What is up, guys? We're back in this next episode. I know in the previous episode I probably said that we were ready to dive into the code part, but actually there's one more process that I wanted to go through before we get into the code, and that is to map out our data structure, sort of, in a way. Basically, like, map out what our data is kind of gonna look like what data that we're kind of working with throughout our app. All right, so we're gonna do that first, and then we should be ready to jump into the code in the next episode. So I'm gonna pull up this app that I installed. It's free. It's called MindNode. I'm on try right now, but I redid the. This is not what we're gonna do. This is me redoing from our last episode. The the pages from our last episode. I just did it on here. We were in another web app online, but then I found this app, and then I thought, this app looks pretty cool, so I wanted to use this one. So we're gonna have to create another one. I think I can create another one. Let me see. New. No, not a new screen, but like add a new thingamabobget. App map. I'll save it as app map, and then I guess I'll just create another one. Create another thing here. All right, so we're gonna start it off by this is the app, right? And then we're gonna make connections on what data each component has, basically, like the state almost. So we're just gonna get an idea of what that is. I know for one, it's gonna be the login and the register. So let's stay within the login and the register. So we got for the login, I'm thinking like we got the email and password, and then we'll create another one for the register, if I can spell it right, has like the username, maybe, username, and email, and password. So these are the fields. I probably should put that login, and then like we can say like fields to let us know these are the fields that the login needs to deal with, which is the email and the password. Login fields, register. We could do the same thing for register. Sorry, losing my voice here. Register fields, and that's going to deal with the username, email, password. And that's just in the login and register, so we can create another one actually for the EverNote app. EverNote. So then EverNote would have the fields are the title, so I say fields, so when you type it, there's so the fields, I'm trying to think how I would want to word this. Okay, the fields, title, description, and I guess images if you want to store images, I guess. Wait, can you store images in EverNote? I forgot. Let me look. Let's see. I will have to log back in. Go here, log in real quick. I don't think you can, now that I'm thinking about it. Try the beta editor. Nah. Okay, so drag files. Oh yeah, you can. Cause it says drag files, so like drag like image files, I'm guessing. What am I under? What did I do? Oh, the template. Yeah, so you can drag, I'm guessing you can drag image files in there. I guess that's what that means. So it has images. You can store images in there. So title, description, images are optional. So you don't have to put images in there. That's optional. I think this is how it's going. Hope I'm doing this right. All of these are required though. Just to make that clear, required. Required there. Okay, so now that I'm thinking about it, it seems like I want to, because we're going to be using GraphQL, so I kind of want to structure it out a little bit on how I think it will look in GraphQL. Because there's the login, okay. So I can probably make these separately. Let's try this. Let's try making the login and then making a register. And then make a EverNote like that. Types. And types, because that's what GraphQL goes by. That goes by types. So like type is, you know, whatever the data is. So login. What type is a login? It's an object. Because all of our data are basically going to be objects with fields in it that represents what our data looks like. So this is what it's going to look like. The login will have a we'll have like an object. Oh, it'll have like an object with, and then the fields are what the basically what like the property names are. So email is a field. That's going to be a string. And then password is going to be a string. So login is a type of object that has the fields of email and password, and the email is gonna, it has to return a string. Email is going to return a string, and the password is gonna return a string. So they're string types. I mean, this is an object type, and then the string is basically the value of that field. These are fields. And then we do the same thing for this one. So which type is the register? is going to be an object type of object that has a, what do we call it, username field. That's going to be a string. Then it has a email field. That's going to be a string. And then I'm not sure if this is going to be exactly how we do it, if it's going to look exactly like this on GraphQL, but I'm just mapping out to, get it out of my head right now. And then the password is going to be the string, right? Oh yeah, the ID. So you have to, have to be able to identify it. So ID will be type of ID. Now the reason I put it, sorry, the reason why I put it capitalized like this is because that's what, that's how GraphQL has it. They have it, a special value for IDs, so we don't have to, do it ourselves. GraphQL already provides that for us, so it's structured like this, capital I and D. So, and then for the register ID will be ID. Right, so that's kind of like what our structure would look like there. For the EverNote, let's expand this out a little bit. For the EverNote, types is going to have a, oh yeah, the title is going to be an object. The EverNote is an object type. And then the title is going to be string. And then the image is going to be, I guess the image is going to be, I'm not sure what type they have for images, but I'll call it a string, because I'm not sure if they have like a unique unique value already set in GraphQL, like a URL or something, URI or something like that. So I'll just use string, and then we'll see what we can do when we get there. But yeah, so this is, let me zoom out a little bit. Probably not, it's probably not a good idea. So this is kind of like what the data structure that we're kind of working with here. So I'm gonna go with this for now, because it's pretty simple right now. I don't want to get it too complex, and we don't really know GraphQL that well. So we're gonna try to implement this information right here in the schema and GraphQL and all that stuff once we get into the code. But this is looking good so far, as the fields and the values and whatnot. So yeah, I'm gonna go along with this, and then in the next one we should be able to go ahead and get started in the code. So in case you guys missed anything from the previous videos and curious on where we are at so far, I got a series on my channel. It's under the playlist called Car Talk Season 1. I believe that's what I called it, yeah. So you guys can go ahead and check out that series if you want to see the design that I had before this and the other map that I had created. So if you guys want to check that out. And yeah, I should see you guys in the next one.